President Robert Mugabe, who frequently receives treatment in Singapore, had left the meeting of health ministers when Dr. Motsoaledi made the comments. Mr. Mugabe's spokesman has said that the president's doctor is not only Zimbabwean, he is actually black. He is very, very, very black. George Chiramba made those comments to Zimbabwe's state-run Herald newspaper in May, insisting that President Mugabe was not turning his back on Zimbabwean medical help. Nigeria's Muhammadu Buhari and Angola's José Eduardo dos Santos have also been criticized for seeking medical treatment abroad this year. Africa Live updates on this and other stories. Mugabe not asleep, just resting his eyes at this week's conference. Dr. Motsoaledi said, "We are the only continent that has its leaders seeking medical services outside the continent, outside our territory. We must be ashamed of that. This is called health tourism. We must promote our own," he added. Dr. Motsoaledi also urged governments to increase funding to local facilities. He has been praised by South Africans for using public hospitals instead of private facilities. It was the elephant in the room as over 30 of Africa's health ministers met to discuss strategies to tackle the continent's public health problems. The list of African heads of state who have recently sought medical treatment abroad includes President Muhammadu Buhari, Angola's outgoing President José Eduardo dos Santos, Zimbabwe's 93-year-old President Robert Mugabe, Benin's President Patrice Talon and 80-year-old Algerian President Abdelaziz Bouteflika. When Dr. Motso made the comments in a plenary session, his remarks were met with silence from the other member states represented. Dr. Motsoaledi admitted his position is a controversial one, but added that it needed to be said. 17 Jan. President Robert Mugabe leaves Zimbabwe on an official trip, then, according to the Standard, takes a detour Singapore for routine checks. The 8th of May. State media report that Mr. Mugabe has left for Singapore on another routine medical checkup. The 9th of July, Mr. Mugabe leaves again for Singapore. A youth rally is postponed as a result, and the main opposition accuse him of ruling from a hospital bed.